Severe weather is rolling through our area, including thunderstorms and heavy winds, bringing with it another chance for flooding. Dana has your forecast straight ahead, and we'll take you to a local barber shop, helping kids look sharp and overall be prepared for the start of a successful school year.
This is News 3 at 5:30.
Good evening and thanks for watching News 3 at 5:30. Flooding once again remains a main concern for officials across Dane County. Officials with the city of Madison say Lake Monona rose to historic levels overnight. And with more rain chances in the forecast this holiday weekend, let's start by turning it over to meteorologist Dana Fulton with your first alert forecast.
Thanks, Amanda. So right now we have rainfall moving through central and southern Wisconsin. Just over the last few hours, we've had a few severe thunderstorm warnings get triggered. The good news right now, we don't have any major warnings for us currently, so no major concerns to point out. But I do want to take a little closer look to where we are currently seeing the heaviest rainfall there, just at the southern edge of Dane County and into Greene County. That's where we're seeing some really heavy rain. In fact, we'll go ahead and see just exactly how hard it's currently falling at about last I checked, there we go, about 1.25 inches per hour for some areas. We'll get a little closer look there. Almost 3 inches per hour right along that Dane and Greene County line. Some lightning mixed in there as well. I know here in the studio we've heard quite a bit of thunder as the lightning continuing to move along this line. The storm just moving east in the last 3 hours very, very quickly, just entering into Wisconsin now, almost through Dane with the heaviest rainfall right now, and we are looking at showers through the rest of the evening scattered for us. In the last 24 hours, so the rain we saw last night plus what we've seen so far today, you notice the rainfall totals much higher the further west you go. Right along the Iowa line, anywhere from 3 to 5 inches for most of the area, but some isolated portions near Platteville getting even more than that. In Dane County, we're hovering in around that 1 to 3 inch range, and then as you go east, just under about 1 inch for much of that area. Temperature-wise, we're close to 70 in Madison. Dew point's right there at 70 as well. Mineral Point in the upper 60s in Dane County. It is muggy outside. We have a lot of moisture out there. It's going to stay muggy overnight, and our shower and thunderstorm chance is going to linger with us as well overnight and into Monday. We do have an alert day for tonight and for Monday for Labor Day due to the rainfall and of course the flooding concerns that are going to come along with that rain. But we'll take a closer look at the timing for the rain coming up on Monday in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Dana. Officials with the city of Madison are telling people to stay prepared as more rain is expected. Lake Monona's water levels rose another 1.5 inches since yesterday. City alders say residents downtown and low-lying areas shouldn't get rid of any sandbags because the risk of flooding still exists this week. More streets could also be closed. Some good news, though, about flooding recovery this evening. The Red Cross says it's closed the last of its 8 shelters. Red Cross officials opened the shelters following the flooding that began last month. The last shelter closed earlier today in Westby, Wisconsin. The remaining residents have been connected with temporary housing elsewhere. Anyone still in need is asked to call the Red Cross. That number is 888-700-7051. In Rock County tonight, sheriff's deputies say a man is in jail after crashing into a squad car around 2 o'clock this morning. Authorities say 34-year-old Adalberto Miguel Lopez was driving an SUV near Prairie Avenue and East Inman Parkway in the town of Beloit. That's when deputies say Lopez crashed his vehicle into a squad car. The squad car had to be towed from the scene. The officer who was driving is recovering from minor injuries. Sheriff's deputies say Lopez was allegedly driving drunk. That incident is still under investigation. As the leaves start to fall, drivers can expect gas prices to do the same. AAA reports gas prices will drop an average of 25 cents per gallon this fall. That makes the average price at the pump $2.70. Officials with AAA say it's because oil companies switched to a winter blend after Labor Day that's cheaper to produce, but we're still paying more for gas than this time last year.
Today in Wisconsin, gas prices are at $2.80, and that's quite a bit higher than we were this time a year ago.
Travel experts say hurricanes or the White House's plan to issue more sanctions on Iran could cause prices to go up. For many kids in the area, it's back to school next week. One Madison business is doing all it can to get everyone feeling ready to start off the new year. Our Madeline O'Neill is in the news center with that story. Maddie.
Amanda, for a lot of students, going back to school is stressful, but a neighborhood business has found a surefire way to give kids the confidence they need to start the year off right.
It's a nice, safe place to just hang around.
Everybody here is cool.
What up, Donovan? We pretty much know everyone.
When a place is as inviting as Atwood Barbershop,
Everybody feels comfortable walking in.
Oh, I'll see you in like a couple weeks with the new baby.
it's no surprise it's busy.
Overwhelming, but it's worth it.
Even busier
Oh yeah, we got a suite for the Wi-Fi.
on this Sunday before school starts.
You need to look nice.
Give kids a boost of confidence going into the new year.
On the first day of school,
Fresh haircut means everything.
barbershop owners Terry and Tammy Moss know that an old hairdo just won't cut it.
They're getting a haircut?
We're gonna try to knock out as many as we can, close to 100.
To help kids start off the year on the right foot, they're cutting the cost.
Giving them hope. You know, they fit in like everybody else. Maybe their family can't provide it, so it gives them confidence.
It feels good. You might see like a couple friends that are also like rocking your style.
It's not just free haircuts,
You want some pizza?
but donated backpacks full of supplies too,
We stuffed a little over 100 last night.
helping kids welcome in a fresh start.
Helping people out, putting smiles on faces. That's what I like.
Oh yeah, I feel fresh. Like fresh and so clean, you know, it just feels amazing.
Look a lot better now.
I'm gonna feel confident.
This is the 4th year of the event, and owners of the barbershop say it's just gotten bigger every year. They opened up the shop today from 9 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, and for the time I was there, it was basically standing room only, so a popular thing. Amanda.
All right, thank you so much, Maddie. A local homelessness advocacy group is celebrating an anniversary today with a barbecue. 11 years ago, Operation Welcome Home got its start. Homeless who were staying in Brittingham Park were getting pushback from nearby residents. The organization began to help them get on the road to stability. Staff and volunteers rally around housing as a human right. The group says this barbecue is just another way they can strengthen and improve the homeless community.
The ongoing daily work of trying to find a place to live and trying to avoid getting criminalized or getting incarcerated. It's a chance for people to relax a little bit and take a load off, feel some love from one another, and to build the strength up to really move forward in their lives.
Resources were available for anyone in attendance in addition to the food and the fun. New Glarus community members celebrated the 56th annual Art in the Park Festival today. Artists and art lovers were welcomed to the town's Village Park. Attendees had the chance to check out the crafts and local artists and makers. The art fair is part of the town's Wilhelm Tell Festival, which celebrates Swiss culture. Community members say the opportunity to share their heritage is like nothing else.
This is just a wonderful complement to everything else that we're doing. So it's celebrating the arts, it's celebrating traditional crafts people. It's just a great event.
The festival concluded today with a performance of the Wilhelm Tell play, which has been done every year since the 1930s. Self-proclaimed Shrek heads gathered at Warner Park this afternoon for Shrek Fest. Lovers of the 2001 animated film enjoyed activities like an onion eating contest, live music, and a screening of the movie, of course. Fans are invited to dress up as their favorite fairy tale creature for the family-friendly festival. Attendees of the event have called it fun, but also outright bizarre, and that is just how organizers want it to be.
It's creating fun out of this weird shared memory that's now so diluted by time of this movie Shrek and the phenomenon of how popular it was. And now here we're still talking about it and celebrating it and having a blast because of it.
The festival will go through 9 o'clock tonight, rain or shine. After days of honoring his life and legacy, Senator John McCain has been laid to rest. We take you to today's ceremony where he was buried next to a fellow military academy graduate and friend. Senator John McCain was laid to rest today. McCain was buried after a private ceremony at the U.S. Naval Academy in Maryland. CBS's DeMarco Morgan reports from New York.
The week-long farewell to Senator John McCain has come to an end. On Sunday, the Arizona Republican was laid to rest in a plot at his alma mater, the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. His burial follows a week of national mourning for the former presidential candidate. The service was a private affair, attended only by McCain's family and a handful of close friends. Among them, former Connecticut Senator Joe Lieberman.
I always feel that when you bury somebody, their body is there, but their soul is gone to the next world. And I feel that way about John, but I'm also left with incredible memories. I'll shed a tear, and yet I'll thank God that I knew a man like John McCain.
Colleagues say the outpouring of grief for McCain underscored his status as a national leader.
This was a civics lesson for anybody who wanted to listen. Why do we remember this man? Because of the way he conducted his public life.
Ohio's Republican Governor John Kasich said President Trump could learn something from McCain's record of service.
John McCain, no matter what position he took, always figured out a way to build a bridge. And now we have a leader who is either unable or unwilling to unite the country.
As a final honor, a Navy flight squadron conducted a flyover of Senator McCain's gravesite with one of the planes breaking off from the others, the traditional missing man formation. DeMarco Morgan, CBS News, New York.
Among the mourners present was his 106-year-old mother, Roberta. Coming up next on News 3 at 5:30, more chances for strong storms. Dana has your first alert forecast next.
.545 right now. We've had a pretty active evening so far. The good news for us right now, we're really just talking about rain and wind gusts, at least over the next few hours as the strongest storms are starting to slide east of Dane County. Here's a look at just the last 3 hours. We have had quite a bit of rain and some stronger storms for us, even a few severe thunderstorm warnings issued in central and southern Wisconsin. The heaviest rainfall is still at the edge of Dane County in Green and Rock right now. We're seeing rainfall rates at almost 3 inches per hour, so it's quite a downpour 24. A lot of lightning as well, so you're certainly going to hear some thunder. You can see those sparks up near Watertown right now. Just here at the studio in Madison, we've been hearing the thunder for the last few hours, but that line of strong storms is continuing east. Behind it, some lighter rain, and then we are going to get a little bit of a break for us here in the next few hours. Over the last 24 hours, including last night, and of course what we've seen so far this evening, about 3 to 5 inches. Isolated areas getting even more near Platteville, and then the further east you go, the lower those accumulation totals go. We get closer to Milwaukee, just under an inch for some areas, in parts of Dane County, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches so far. Because of that, we do have a flood advisory stretching through much of Dane County on up until 8:30. That was actually just extended from 7:30 until 8:30. So we're really going to wait until this line gets through before that flood advisory is canceled or expired. So far, wind gusts have also been a topic. Of course, rain a concern for us right now, but the wind causing quite a bit of damage. We've seen pictures of trees down and branches. The ground's so saturated it doesn't take much of a wind gust to blow over a tree for us. Peak wind gusts in Madison about 32. Down near Monroe, though, 48 what we picked up here in house. Current sustained wind speeds much calmer than that, but notice Monroe at 21, and the stronger wind speeds are starting to shift east along with that strong wind or strong rain line. We are going to see some scattered showers here over the next few hours. Overnight, though, just looking at a slight chance for some rain. Tomorrow we have the chance for scattered showers throughout the afternoon. Heavy rainfall expected along with that, and some stronger wind gusts, kind of a repeat of what we saw this afternoon. Rainfall totals tomorrow will be closer to about an inch to maybe even 2 inches for some areas, and along that Wisconsin and Illinois line, we'll see higher rainfall totals. Because of that, we do have an alert day continuing through tonight and into tomorrow. The main concern, all this rain stacking up on top of each other, the flooding concerns as we head into tomorrow. When we had this image up just a little bit ago, couldn't even see the State House because the rain was falling so hard downtown. Right now, looks like we're getting just a little bit of a light rainfall, but not nearly as heavy as what we saw just about an hour ago. The high today, 81. It was a little warm and incredibly muggy. Still very muggy as our humidity is at about 93%. 70 if you step out the door right now. Will cool down a little bit over the next few hours in the upper 60s early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon highs will be in the upper 70s, and we are going to stay a little warm to start off next week. Our Labor Day, again, about 79. Tomorrow, by Tuesday, we're in the 80s. And then by the end of next week, we finally start to cool down. But the bad news here, as we are looking further into the end of next week, it does seem like our rain chance is going to hang out with us. Temperatures are going to cool down Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday. But by the weekend, we are still looking at this light chance for showers.
All right, it is not over yet.
No, not at all, unfortunately, and it is that flood concern, the reason why we do have that alert day in for Monday that we're going to be focusing on.
All right, thank you so much, Dana. Well, the Brewers use a power surge to try and keep their lead in the wild card. Kevin has highlights coming up next in sports.
Which one?
The Brewers making a flurry of moves before and during their series with the Nationals this weekend. GM David Stearns trying to position the Crew for a run at winning the wild card and maybe catch the Cubs in the National League Central Division. Just win, baby. Cures everything. And just use SPF 15 or higher. It's a little free advice from that guy. Brewers down 4-2. Keon Broxton smashes a 3-run, 2-out homer to dead center. That makes it 5-4 Crew. Same score. They're loaded up for Christian Yelich, who is having an MVP season. 0 career grand slams until now. 27th homer of the year. Brewers win 9-4. First place in the wild card, and they open a home series with the Cubs tomorrow. Cubs and Phillies wrapping up things at Citizens Bank Park. Daniel Murphy, swing and stroll. Solo shot gets the Cubs on the board. 1-0 visitors. Anthony Rizzo, more long ball. All the highlights today are going to be home runs. Spoiler alert. And Javier Baez having himself an MVP season. 30 homers, 100 RBIs on the season, taking Aaron Nola out. Cubs win 8-1, the final. Wisconsin football head coach Paul Chryst liked his team's poise during Friday's opener against Western Kentucky, and plenty of his guys were getting their first collegiate snaps ever. And one of those guys, former Madison Memorial standout Jake Ferguson, 4 catches in his Badger debut. Ferguson got to learn from Troy Fumagalli during his redshirt year, and he found out that being a blocker can be just as important as being a receiving threat.
Fum taught me just if you're going to catch some passes, you might as well get some good blocks in there every once in a while. So I mean, I kind of took that to heart last year, working on it and kind of working on my blocking all through spring ball. I got a lot of work to do, but I'm taking the right steps.
You know, I think he did some things in the run game that were good. To get those first snaps are big. You know, for us to be good, Ferg's a guy that can contribute, and we're going to need him to be, you know, good and continue to grow.
Khalil Mack says he has no idea how close he was to being a Packer or if he was close at all. The Bears' new pass rushing threat said the thing he's sure about is that his role is going to be get the quarterback. And twice a year, the highest paid defensive player in the league, him, gets to try and hit Aaron Rodgers, the highest paid offensive player in the league. And Mack says he can't wait.
You want to go against the best. I feel like he's one of the best in the game. And, yeah, that's exciting for me. That's exciting for me. I'm a competitor. That's what I love to do. I love to compete against the best because that brings your level up just that much more.
Third round, Dell Technologies Championship. Tiger Woods for eagle. Had to settle for birdie. Shot a 68 today. He is 7 under par. Abraham Anser had the answers today. 6 under 65. He is 13 under par, has a 1-stroke lead. All right, former Brewer Jonathan VR playing second base for the Orioles in Kansas City. VR chasing a foul ball. Might have run out of sunflower seeds. And the free peanuts are just too good to pass up in the front row. Sneaks a couple while you're not looking. It's misdirection. Okay? Misdirection. Fans look one way. You grab the free snacks in the other. So, Jonathan, end of the season. Days are getting long. And the Orioles need free snacks. We're back. Yes, after this, and we fill up on our own snacks.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Michelle Carolla. Tonight on the news at 9, a Georgia detention center is facing a class action lawsuit for treatment of inmates. That is first on Fox at 9.
Well, this flooding threat is not over in our area.
Not at all. In fact, right now we do have a pretty strong line of storms moving through the edge of Rock, Dane, and Greene counties. That's where we have the heaviest rainfall right now. Lighter showers to the west, but this line is going to continue to move east. We've seen some rainfall totals so far in the last 24 hours, over 5 inches. And right now we are going to continue to watch that rain again moving through right downtown Madison. We did have some heavier rain a little bit ago. We're starting to get to the lighter side of things now. Unfortunately, as we look at our full 10-day here, rain staying with us. Not much of a break anytime soon. That doesn't help at all with our flooding concerns. And that's why we do have an alert day for Monday, our Labor Day, mostly because of the rain coming through and then the flooding concerns that could come along with that for Monday.
All right, looking forward to that break at the end of all of that, hopefully.
Yes.
It's coming. All right, thank you so much. And thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
Download the new Channel 3000 app and get alerted on your mobile device the minute news breaks. Wherever you go, be the first to know with Channel 3000.